Hi, this is Sonya with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the March Makers Creative Collab project share. And this month is going for the gold. And basically, the only thing we had to do was just use at least one item from at least 3 suggested prompts, like paper, and I used rice paper. You could use textiles. I've used cheesecloth. All That Shines. You could use metal or wire, glorious glitter, creative patina, media. I used the inks and stains and sprays, paint. You could choose from organic, which I didn't use from that one. Techniques. You could use stenciling, which I did stencil. Some texture. You could use beads, embossing, and crackle, and I used a bead. So for my going for the gold, my theme was liquid gold, because in today's age I feel like gasoline is like liquid gold. So we're going for that gold. And so basically for this cover, I just used some cardboard and I painted it with black paint, just some simple black paint from the Dollar Tree, and then I went over it with some gold, this gold mica ink, and I just kind of sprayed it on, or I dried the inside and outside of the cover with the black, and then I just spritzed on, well, not spritzed, but like shook on some of that gold ink. And once it was dry, I added on just a little piece of leftover Stamperia paper, and that's what this is coming down here. And in the background, I just have some, it's just a piece of copy paper that I had colored from a few days ago, and just cut it up, and then added this. I layered this with some black cardstock and then some gold paper that I did the same as I did with the cover. I just painted it with black and gold and created that, and then stitched it on with some cheesecloth and some muslin. So now this little thingy here, it says gas. I have like a little tag in here, so when you pull the tag, the gas prices go up till it finally reaches $5. And this is my liquid gold. It's this little gas container thingy. And basically, so let me just put this back down in here so maybe the gas prices will go back down. So and then this little gas handle comes out, you know. I just wanted to make it kind of interactive. And I created this, I created like a little template. I just hand drew a template and in the shape of like a gasoline gas pump, and then I just kind of cut out each, well, I drew in each section of the gas pump, and then I added like, I created like a little digital out of it, and then I put some acetate behind here, and I created like the word gas and liquid gold, and then I also created the template for this little card and this backdrop, and then I also created another template for some of the things that are on the inside of here, and some of them I used on my own. I made on my own through Photoshop, and then others I got from like Pixelscrapper, and then I just combined them into like one sheet of ephemera. Okay, so I have my little beads that dangle down. This is like a little Tim Holtz, well, here's a bead here, and then this is just like one of the little Tim Holtz ideology what is this, numbers. Yeah, number tokens. That's what this is, these little thingies. Okay, so let's just go ahead and open it up. And I just basically use some ribbon as a closure. And I had punched a hole through here on both sides, and that's how I got my closure. So this opens up, and there's still room for it to grow, but this is some rice paper for the front, and then I also have rice paper for the back. And for my pages, a lot of the pages I took a jelly plate, and I took several different images from a magazine, and I tried to do the little photo transfer image type deal. Some of the images came out similar to this one right here. This one turned out kind of okay, American Cruise Lines, and so I turned it into a pocket. But the rest of the pages, I did some stenciling and some painting, and I did several layers of painting and all of that stuff. So when you open it up, this one is a tag, and also the type of binding this is elastic binding. So this can actually come out, and I stitched together the whole signature, and then that way I could put it on in here. So this turns, it's really simple. Here's a little tuck spot detour, and the detour, these are some of the things that I had gotten from Pixelscrapper. Detour, fuel, and this little, looks like a tire mark. All that comes from Pixelscrapper, and I just kind of, I turned it into black and white and then sprayed it with some coffee. And this paper here, this pink, I have it and several other pages that come from the Vintage Summer Road Trip kit that I made last year from my Etsy shop. So that's what that is. And this is a tuck spot too, so you can tuck something here and in here. And you turn the page. And then here's some more of that. I used the PM Artist Studio Gear Cogs stencil, and that's how I got that. And a lot of these pages have that stencil mark on them. I just wanted to keep some of it uniform. And I use gold throughout, since we're going for the gold, the liquid gold. And that's on a lot of the pages in here too. I have a lot of gold. I use stencils and gold ink on some of it, and then just kind of put gold on each one of the pages, which stands for the gasoline, the liquid gold. And then I have this speedometer that's also from Pixelscrapper, and it's a little tuck spot. And then here's like a little flip, and it's a tuck spot. And then this one, airmail, this is from the Vintage Summer Road Trip kit. And then I just kind of edited it with the gold. And it's got like coffee stains on it. And so here's some, this is coffee dyed paper. And then I had sprayed a lot of these after I had used the jelly print. I took this, after pages were dry, I took the stencil and laid it on top of the papers and just sprayed coffee on it. And then the leftover coffee that was on the stencils, some of the pages, I picked up some of the, what do you call it, jelly printed papers. I just laid them on top of it, and then they still picked up an image. That's how this, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this blue had a little bit of the coffee cog gear on there. So, and then this one was jelly printed. I don't know if you can still see that image or not, but that was part of, I think it was part of a gas station. But some of the images didn't pick up because I'm still in my infant stages of jelly printing, so you gotta work with me. So Gas Up, I created that one. And here's a pocket right here. And then here's some more stenciling. And then I did a little stamping throughout. And then, of course, this was jelly printed and had gold splashed all over it. And coffee paper. It's got a whole bunch of different things going on it. And this one was supposed to have been the image of a car. You can't really tell. It was a woman standing, but this was one of my jelly prints here. And then this one comes from Vintage Summer Road Trip. Then I did some stamping with Tim Holtz. I think it was the Journey cling stamps. And then some more stamping, some more coffee dyed, some more stenciling. Now I like how this image transferred. It's supposed to be like gas. It was an ad that I got from one of my vintage papers out of a magazine. And I turned it into like a little pocket. And then you flip it over. And then you have that. And then Enjoy the Journey. And then you have a pocket right here. Or a tuck spot right here. And then some more coffee paper. And then you have like a little tuck spot here. And I painted the word gold. I just wrote out the word gold. And then some more coffee paper. And then jelly printed paper. And then the leftover cog, I just kind of rubbed it on there. And we've got our gold on here. Some of this I tried stenciling and the gold kind of ran, but that's fine because I still like the print. And then we've got some leftover jelly printed paper and coffee dyed paper and some gold. Just different textures of papers. And then this was just leftover from where I made this on the front. I just turned these into pockets. So here you go, here you go. And then these are part of those words. Fuel and crude oil, I made those in Photoshop. That was part of that ephemera sheet that I made. And then there's a tuck spot right here. This was also from, this came from, there's a stamp set that's on Pixelscrapper, and then I just added that stamp of this vintage car or truck or whatever that is, and then added it to that ephemera sheet as well. And then there's a pocket back here, and this flips open, and then you have journaling space right there. It kind of gives the illusion that this right here itself is the pocket, but the pocket is actually back here. So I like to just kind of give it, you know, the element of surprise, I guess. And this was also from the Vintage Summer Road Trip. And of course it's got coffee and paint and all kinds of stuff on there. We got a little bit of gold, coffee, some stamping, some more gold stamping. And then this was part of the Vintage Summer Road Trip paper. My ink started running out, so I just thought, well, you know, I'll just throw it on in here because it's like a junk journal, kind of. Kind of, sort of. And then I just wrote in $5, which, you know, price of gas most likely is going to reach eventually. It hasn't reached that yet in my area, but I imagine it probably will eventually. Then we have some more paper here with the gold. And then we have another one of those little, this was jelly printed paper. This right here was part of the image that came from here. It was just one page. And, but it actually, I'm glad that it came out pretty good. It's supposed to be like a boat. You probably can't really tell, but that's what it was supposed to have been. And then this was the ad directly up underneath the boat ad for the American Cruise Lines. So this opens up similar to that other one. And then you have some journaling space. And then you have this little tuck spot back here. And I did some stamping. And some more journaling space, stamping, jelly printed paper, jelly printed, and stencil. Jelly print. And that's a little pocket right there. Vintage Summer Road Trip, coffee paper, and then a little bit of stenciling going on. I don't know if you can tell or not, but yeah. And that's pretty much it. Really simple, nothing major, you know. But I hope you guys like this, and please stay tuned for the next person who comes in behind me, and enjoy this hop. It's been really fun with this. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and check out my other videos and my blog and my social media sites. And I thank you guys so much for being part of my craft community, and thanks for watching.